Okay, for those who will be seeing this, which will be everyone, hopefully, assuming this has to go up. Hey guys, this is Gamer Cal. Twitch has shitbed and we are locked into a ladder race here, which requires you to provide proof, which is usually a stream recording. You have to stream to do these things. And we can't do that right now because the thing is just not working. Like, Twitch is just completely dead. So the next best thing, unfortunately, is to do a local recording. So, hey, on YouTube, I guess this would be a very rare chance to actually see that. Because, yeah, we don't normally thingy that up. This is just an open race. So there's nothing too fancy here. Just straight up open mode. We have a couple minutes before race start here. Big Dunker has just said an active race. Do what you can. If you cannot get anything to load, hopefully there won't be any shenanigans. There will not be from this side, but regardless, the rules do state you have to be able to provide proof if you are called on it. So hopefully this will just work out nicely. It's going to be kind of annoying because I will need to stitch this together. It'll be more than 3 gigs of local recordings, so that is a cutoff because I've had issues with that in the past. Videos recording to be too big and, being a pain in the butt that way. But, it is what it is. Also, I do apologize if I don't end up speaking quite so much during all of this. My throat is rather sore at the moment. It's mostly fine until I have to, swallow stuff. Or, start that way. Which, of course, is going to mean taking a drink and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. For those who have not seen anything of mine in any recent time, the ladder is basically a blind race format, where we don't know who we're playing out of. Who is it? It's like over 50 people in this one. We're paired off and each pair has got their own individual seed. And yeah, we don't know who we play until after we finish, at which point we see whether we have won or lost, and we see sort of what time we have. We do not have very long before we actually have to get going here. So 3, 2, 1, begin. Alright. So as I said, it's just a standard open mode thing. It allows for quick swap and auto tracking as a thing now. So quick swap is where you can hit, yes, 52 people racing. Quick swap is where you can hit L and R to switch between items without actually having to go into the menu, which is pretty good. And the auto tracking, of course, means I can actually put a tracker on board now. So yeah, if you've not seen any of my stuff post internet fix, then that is basically what we're doing now. Red Rupee Bush Crab is fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. That is the single best thing that I could get there. Berry, don't care, but the Bush Crab Red Rupee is amazing. Small Magic, also don't really care. I could have taken the large one there, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, come on. And of course you would dump it back there, so I can't even take it. What a piece of dookie. Whatever. It's fine, we've got enough money, really. It's just a piece of heart up there, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, especially later on, I might end up not talking quite so much off of this stuff. Like, it doesn't really hurt to talk, per se, but obviously, the more I talk, the more my throat's gonna dry out, and then I'm gonna need to take drinks, and that gets kind of painful. No, it isn't painful though, this hookshot. Hookshot is fantastic with quick swap, let me tell you. There's just so many instances where the hookshot doesn't really save a ton of time, but it's if you can just like swap to it without going into the menu, it's amazing. Glove is also really good. So yeah, that's always a fun thing. The timer, because all of this stuff is done over Discord, the timer is manually started here, but it's I'm usually pretty accurate with it, so we should be fine. And as per usual, we do have our playlist and stuff on. That is my standard for these. It's not really something that should be too surprising for those who have seen any of even the previous Link to the Past stuff on my YouTube. Oh, the mirror's pretty good. Okay. So we have mirror hookshot glove to begin with. That's pretty interesting. I do need to buy bombs. I have enough money because of the bush grab to get bombs and also the bottle vendor without having to find any in Kakariko. That's pretty good. And there's the quick swap right there. We can just, without going into the menu, we can hit L and R to swap between items here. It goes in menu order, so it's like left to right in rows, and then it goes down to the next one. Flippers as well, huh? Well, we know bush crab is red rupees, so it's not the hardest thing to farm for in this seed. Getting Zora, that is. Even if we do get completely ripped off like that. So that's kind of cool. Man, I almost feel like it's a little bit awkward to be recording this rather than just streaming it. I mean, oh wow, Moonpearl too, okay. It's clearly not something that I am unfamiliar with when it comes to, you know, doing content, because I have done videos for the longest time, but this is a format which is not supposed to be done as a local recording. And so it just feels kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Regardless though, yeah, stuff like that is really good for the hookshot if you don't have to actually switch to it in the menu, because menuing to the hookshot wastes too much time. But just like using the hookshot like that is really good. I love it. I love having hookshot early in with quick swap now in the format. Obviously it also helps for a fair few other things as well. Titans, oh god. Whoa, what happened there? Titans-Mitten book, oh jeez. Okay. Titans-Mitten mirror. Moonpearl. Within the first 5 minutes of the seed. That is terrifying. What do we even do with that? Alright, no bottle, no sick kid. What? Yeah, I don't know. That's quite the thing. Let's see here. We've just got a red rupee. That's fine. I guess I maybe could have done these as Dark World checks, because with the mirror I could have just taken the trip in, but it's fine. Ether is probably important, so we're gonna take that. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this one. I have a feeling this is going to end up putting me in a pretty late, like, South Shore check, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, flippers too, like, oops, that's, huh. Yeah, a bit slow on that, but it's fine. Alright. The check I always end up making straight away with this is generally is back of escape. We can just quick swap to the mirror just to get that done even faster. It's such a good trade. Ah, you know, there's also Death Mountain I could sequence break to. That's not a bad idea either. Just get as many, like, big overworld checks done as possible, huh? Yeah, that's tempting as well. Rupee, boomerang, sure. Okay. I think I might actually just do that. That sounds like fun anyway. I can quite easily get a fair few things up there. There's obviously Dark World itself, Village of Outcasts is possible to check. The the blacksmith is available. Oops, that's fine, it doesn't matter. Yeah, blacksmith is available, that could be good. The South Dark World, I guess. Alright, let's just make absolute sure we get through here without issue. Yep, that's fine. Seems kind of fitting, actually, to be in this sort of area with Lullaby playing. I don't know. Just going through an underground section seems pretty good. Okay, we managed to make it through without taking any damage there. I'm surprised. That does not usually work that well. I'm just gonna go in. Usually wouldn't feel like it's important this time, because I'm gonna get wrecked if I don't. I can just feel it. Okay, so I can't get whatever's on the tablet, but I could always check it on the way through. So I don't think that's too bad of an idea. I suppose this would be my first look at the Dark World map as well. The one thing with the Auto Tracker, it does not update manually when you get information about crystals and such. Automatically, I mean, you do have to manually input that kind of data, which is fine. It's not a problem. Just a red rupee that's not worth going for at all, but that's also not an issue. Okay, so we'll get to see what kind of items I need for the go mode here. Green Pendant there. Okay, Green Pendant Palace of Darkness. Pendant Skull Woods. So, mark that off, and the 5-6, the other one was ice, don't you dare. The other one was ice. If he went on the bridge, I swear to God, that was going to be so annoying. Just a little piece of love, so I don't have to come back here, that's good. I do have to go for Tara Hera, obviously, later on, but... yeah, alright, that is an interaction that happened. Yeah, obviously hookshot, invincibility frames, and all of that fun stuff. So... there is, what, like 15 items I can get over here or something? It's something kind of absurd like that. Alright, he's guarding that way, so I'm just gonna go this path. Because there's 7 in here, there's 1 in Spiral Cave, there's 1 at Floating Island, and then there's 6 between Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave. So yeah, we have access to 15 items over here. And that's first bottle, which is good to go back to Village of Outcasts for. So happy to see that. Alright, use the boomerang for once. You know, don't get to say that very often, but hey, we'll use it for something decent. Good. Money for... oh wow, there's all the Zora money. Just a straight up free hundo. I'm gonna try this. I usually don't do very well at this without... I guess we got it nice. I usually don't do very well at that without the sword anymore, because I do the spin strat to line up properly. And yeah, it's just been a little bit since I've actually had to do it swordless. Thankfully got it first try, pretty quickly too, so that's very helpful. Okay. Oh my god, I am a genius. The boots are up there. That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, Pegasus boots for the vast majority of this scene. This has been a wonderful sequence break by the looks of it. Okay. So yeah, that is our ending goal here. Total Rock is a crystal, so I can see what I need for that whilst I'm up here as well, what medallion is required. I'll actually try and remember to mark it on the tracker this time, because I am notoriously... like, I never do that, but... mushroom, huh? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, mushroom's not really much of a hindrance here. Also, I guess sometimes the tracker doesn't always end up updating as much as it should. I guess I can mark that manually. I don't like manual tracking on the stuff because it disrupts my play. That's why I've never really used one before, because I don't actually need the tracker myself. It can be handy sometimes, but certainly not a requirement, so I don't generally like actually using one personally. But it does make viewing much easier, and especially for an evidence-based thing as this. Oh, the ice rod was just here. That's wonderful. Yeah, especially for something like this, it's gonna be much, much more useful. Idiot. Yeah, just to have access to that, to show at any given point, like, what items are picked up. That's very good. Alright, Ether is needed for Total Rock. Oh, no, I have it. It's right-click is what you need to do. It's how you can tell I don't use the tracker manually. Alright, let's go get those Pegasus boots, and we will be golden here. Alright. Even if you don't have the sword, you can still emulate having it. There were 4 out of 5 300 rupees up here. Half magic is also really good. Wow, that's so much money up here. Okay. Yeah, quick swap to the bomb. Bring that over. 15 items, and we've got some pretty good stuff here. I don't even know why I took that, to be honest. It's not necessary. Yeah, so the only thing I can't do is Spike Cave. But I don't really care about that right now. Check it out. Yeah. High speed for the rest of this set. And we haven't even gone to the house yet, and you know what? We're still not going to the house. Because that is not the goal right now. If there's a sword there, so be it. It's not getting picked up yet. So with these sequence broken boots over here, we can quite easily go ahead and check this sort of stuff. If I had a fire source, desert would be beatable, although not... No, ice rod is fine. Ice rod, desert is okay. If I had, like, lamp or fire rod, desert would be beatable. Would I want to do it, though? Yeah, because it's 5/6 crystal. I don't really see why not. Alright. So it just, once again, shows how cool the hookshot can be for stuff here. And we'll pick whatever this is. Just monies, that's fine. And now we'll head over into Village of Outcasts. I would check Pedestal, but I don't have the hammer to make it easier to get to Dark World from there. So I'm just gonna leave it. And later on we'll find out about that. Yeah, don't have the tools to beat Thieves Town at the moment. So there's no point entering there, no point entering Skullwoods. I could go north and check the stuff there, but I think it's in better interest to just go south here. And just check the... check all the stuff down the bottom. That's gonna make more sense, I think. So yeah, it's another really good example of how good Quick Swap is for this stuff here. Of just not having to menu to that, because I don't have a sword, right? So I can't just charge through that guy. So not having to worry about that is just a fantastic extra option here. So yeah, not going into Thieves Town. It is a crystal, so I'd rather be able to actually beat it first, even if it is just with the hammer. One thing I do need to do whilst I'm here, though, is I have a bottle, so we will check Sick Kid whilst I'm here. Could I do this more efficiently with the blacksmith? Probably, but I'm not gonna think too much about it, to be honest. Okay, second shield, sure. I guess is the other reason not to, not that I don't favor this stuff here. I don't think I've switched to the Endvent codec for local recording, which means that I might get some more lag spikes and stuff, because I think it's using CPU encoding instead of the GPU is what I use nowadays. So that's probably why we're getting the occasional spikes here. Okay, no Canis Samaria, so I can't do Potion Glitch. That's fine. It's nice if you can get into the square there. It's pretty good for quick warping. I found, yeah, you don't have to waste as much time in the mirror. Okay, just arrows, that's fine. I can't do hammer pegs because I don't have the hammer, obviously. So we're not even going to bother looking at that right now. What I can do with this handy-dandy hookshot, though, is some hook speed stuff here. If you start the dash before the chest gets back to you. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm stupid. I should have done chest. I should have done digging game first. I've isolated that. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time to rectify, but we'll go back and do it once I'm done here. I probably should have taken those, but we'll get more. It's fine. Even if I have to buy them, we'll get more. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to fix that mistake, but it's okay. Alright, get ourselves a heart. Yeah, because now that the chest is in play, I can't... I mean, I could have left it behind it, like, well, and sort of done it that way, but I think it's slower to do that. I just have to remember to come back, basically, and get that done once I have taken care of this. Which is fine, I will do that. It is my mistake to fix, obviously. Can't be anybody else's, because nobody else is playing. Well, one of them is playing this, but they haven't done what I did, so... That's fine. Nobody is perfect, mistakes will happen. It's not really that big of a deal. Considering how quickly I got these boots, I think I'm fine with a little bit of time. I mean, actually, what I could do is I could take it as an excuse. Okay, neither of the... Yeah, I'm gonna take it as an excuse to actually, like, come back on a save quit. Oh, Bomb Burst is up there. I don't need that right now, but that's good to know. If that was Fire Rod, I was going straight in Desert there. No questions asked. But it's not, so... Even if it was Lamp, I'd probably go in. I have basic tools to do... Yeah, I can do Desert if I had the Fire Source. Bomb Burst, unfortunately, does not count. You cannot light torches with that. Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back into Dark World. It's a little bit of a roundabout way of doing things. I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know, mistakes were made, we've got to fix them. So I'm going to go back in, I'm going to do Digging Game, dash down to Hype Cave, and then go from there to do... I need to do Link's house whilst I'm there as well. That's so dumb to say, like, we're 20 minutes into an open seed, and I haven't even checked the first house. That's really funny, but, yeah, that's the game that we play. Or the game that I play, anyway. Alright. I say, mistakes were made. Let's not dwell on it too much. Getting these boots so early is going to be such a massive help, though. It's not too big of a stretch to go sequence breaking like that, but it's also not necessarily something that is on everybody's mind at the beginning of a seed of this type, right? You get access to Dark World straight away, and the first thing you do is go up Death Mountain. That's not normally what people tend to think of. So I'm not exactly like bent out of shape on that one. I think that was a fairly unique play. All right. The one thing about Quick Swap is that my SNES pads and L&R buttons are not always the most responsive, so it can be a little bit annoying on that front. It was just a heart. Okay, that's good though. I'm okay with this. Alright, So we do our hype cave here. Get another 5 items out of this. Mini meltdown cave is a thing. I need to keep this Darkworld portal for a little bit, because I think I'm just gonna blind pull up whatever's in whatever's on Hylia Island. Cave, okay. I have not yet seen what is on Bumper Cave, so that could be important. North Darkworld is a thing. Yeah, so I need to keep this portal whilst I check Mini Meltdown Cave here. Do I check? I guess I checked the Swamp Palace items as well. Like, not inside Swamp, I mean the Floodgate items is what I should really say. So yeah, again, this might look a little inefficient, but... I mean, if this is exactly Hammer, then I could do Swamp Palace, and that would be funny, but... it is not. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, keep the portal. Mirror again in the next screen over from this one. Oh boy. So that I can do the Lake Hylia check. And then from there it can be Hobo, Ice Rock Cave, Zora, maybe Zora? If I keep the portal around, I could actually do catfish stuff, right? And just get everything done in one shot that way. Which I think is okay. Nothing here. Okay. I haven't done anything with Escape yet, actually. Ice Rod? Escape is not terrible. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep this portal around. I'm not gonna just like jump off the ledge here. We're gonna keep this thing around. Oh, that's huge. Okay, Hammer is super good. Swamp Palace Dungeon 1. Could be doable. Oops. Rude. There's a transport down here, is the reason I want to keep this around. That would let me do, the, stuff at the top as well. So you usually don't see this outside of entrance, but yeah, because of that transport, it actually doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. The alternative would be to save quit and go back into Darkworld at the top. Now that I can do Thieves Town as well, I could do Darkworld there and go from it that way, but I think this is better. The only thing I've got to watch for is I don't want to isolate Hobo here, so that's just something I need to be mindful of. So I'm going to leave him for just now, but what I can do later on is when I approach for the pyramid, I just need to make sure that I mirror and check that spot. Speaking of, I think I'm going to sacrifice my potion here. Not my potion, but my mushroom. I'm not expecting to get Canis Mario anytime soon, so we'll just take this now. That counts as a transition. Sure, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So now we can go through this side, get ourselves whatever Catfish has, mirror, and do Pyramidary Zora, save quit, and then I have a choice of Thieves Town or Swamp Palace as Dungeon 1 here. Just probably Thieves Town, I imagine, would be the better option. Because then I could do Thieves Town into North Darkworld. North Darkworld would be Bumper Cave and Graveyard Ledge, and then I could go down towards Pyramid and Front of Escape from there. So this is more or less efficiently covering the entire overworld, is the idea with this. Just cover pretty much the whole overworld, and then I've got 2 crystal dungeons that I can go for. Flipper's giving Kane a burner doesn't matter because I have the cape. I don't really want burner for anything. It's not a bad item, but already having the cape, I should be good. Sword at Zora, fantastic. Just what I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm still gonna do it in that order though. I think we're still gonna go for... I could check the pedestal now. What have we got? Pod, Eastern, and Skull of Woods. That's not too difficult a set to get. Like, Bow and Fire Rod would be all I need for that. There are quite a lot of items that could be on pet. Yeah, let's check that on the way past. The other reason to do this just now is that I can do hammer pegs once I'm done with Thieves Down, before I forget about that. Because that and Hobo are the 2 isolated spots right now. And hammer pegs is the one I'm more likely to forget about, so we'll do that first. Yeah, okay. Here we have just Couch Cash, so nothing for the book other than entering desert, which could be the way forward at some point. That's if we don't find flute first. Oh, you know the other thing? That bomb burst that's on desert actually means that Ice Palace is beatable too, which would put Pyramid Fairy in logic at this point because of that sword. Ooh. Well, I don't like that quite so much, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes. So let's get this done, and after that we'll see what happens. 3rd bottle, all of which have had fairies in them. Huh. Did Cherno infest his seed or something? Ah, too bad. Okay. You need to be at a specific... I think it's a multiple of 4 pixels away from that in order to get the hookshot to work, because there's a bunny beam underneath it. You can't hookshot the bunny beam, so you've got to kind of trick the game into letting you do that, which unfortunately we could not do. This is exactly why I would not normally want to come in here without the hammer, because we got the small key, which, yeah, is usually bad news for stuff that way. You know, the other interesting thing, I could do Herapot. It's a bit cumbersome, but like I could do Herapot to bypass the torch requirement, or the fire requirement for Tarahera. It's not pretty, and I don't particularly want to, because that could end up being a very bad thing if there's an item in the big chest. Oh, come on. Let me up. Could have just used the cape, I suppose, but whatever. Oh! Moved a bit too quick. Ah, that's fine. Not getting the placement right on a lot of the stuff here. It's just minor little things, but sometimes these can make the difference. I have lost one of these by 4 seconds before, so these little minor dinks can definitely hurt. That shovel is annoying, actually, because it's kind of in the opposite direction to where I wanted to go after this. I guess it's not too bad. Because I could do North Dark World. It's running around a bit more than I want, but I could do North Dark World into going down, check the shovel, and do Swamp Palace, and then move up to the other bit. It's a little bit irritating, but whatever. Also, Stone Prize is hard, so that's pretty good. Hook shot on those is really good. Just a nice little time save for anyone who didn't know about that. You can hookshot those doors. Wow, Mirror Shield already, huh? Kinda makes me worried that there's something on Total about Laser Bridge. Flute on Laser Bridge would not be that unreasonable, we've just got to be able to get there. Oh, I've just realized Fire Rod alone would let me actually do Turtle Rock too. This seat's motoring on quite nicely. Fire Rod Sword and Flute is 66% go mode here. With Quake being the only unknown at that point. Oh, also a bow, right. Okay, I have no idea what happened here. That was pretty terrible, but whatever. There's a lot of back and forth with what I want to do, but... yeah, let's go check North Dark World. Oops, I think it's reasonable here. We did get that cape somewhat recently. You know, it was at Hype Cave, right? So... okay, nothing going for that. It's fine. Graveyard Ledge could still have something. Still haven't checked the front of Escape yet. I kind of want to leave that until after I've done Ice Palace, though. Because then I could chain it with... I mean, I'd need to be able to do Desert, too. Yeah, no, this is fine. I have the hammer, we'll just go from the house. Need to check the shovel as well. So let's do that before I forget, and then go into Swamp Palace. Sahashala obviously hasn't been checked because no bow and Eastern and Pod are both pendants. But that could be something that I need to do. We'll see. Okay, we'll take it, whatever. I usually don't because it does waste a little bit of time, but we're fine. Okay, so what do we want? We want Fire Rod in Swamp Palace here. I think that would be the best overall pickup. Because then I get to do Turtle Rock and Tower Hera, as well as Desert. I mean, I'd straight away do Desert, I think, after that. Still gotta keep in mind Hobo. If I don't find anything in here, then I think that's where I go next. Because I really don't want to go in Desert without fire. But it might be necessary, because it could be get that Bombos and then Ice Palace has got fire. Cross that bridge when it comes. For now we just have this dungeon to do. Unfortunately, no King. Oh, King of Samaria is needed too. I'm forgetting a lot of things I need there. Yeah, I was gonna say no King of Samaria, so I can't dive it down in here. I have practiced it quite a bit recently. It's really not that hard. Sometimes I fail it because I move too quickly for it. Like I try and go into the water, or like jump through the rail too fast when I'm not properly clipped in. But it's really not that hard. I put off learning it for ages, and probably unnecessarily, but it's fine. One problem, I guess, with this setup is the sword that I have is too dinky to actually hit the switch in left side. But that's okay, because I can use the boomerang for that. One of the only other, like, good uses of it here. Ooh, lots of lag because of the item that was there. Probably my my bad. I shouldn't have dashed there as well. That's fine. Yeah, and I also figured he was going to attack me after that one if I tried to dash, so... Sometimes it's better just not to bother with that. Yeah, so Boomerang actually does let you connect with that. Normally, at the moment, what I would end up doing is I'd be drowning the key here so I could do Dive It Down. Because I can't do that, I've got to get this key the old-fashioned way. I mean, you can sort of see, I guess, my overall playstyle with this here, though. Like, I will do some sequence breaks and stuff like that. I've been extremely conservative for the most part. The only thing I haven't done yet is escape. Which I think is fine because I'm looking to link that in a more efficient manner. But yeah, I really have done quite a lot of the Overlord. I've done basically all of the Overlord at this point. Spike Cave is the only thing I haven't done. And Pyramid, of course. Which we will get to. Spike Cave, Pyramid, Sahashalip. And like, yeah, obviously Pyramid Fairy, because I don't have Fire Rod yet. Just a map, that's not what we want to see on this side. I think there has to be an item over here though. Yeah. It's not good that the big key is in the back though. This means this probably wasn't the fastest way through here. Really now? Oh my goodness. Movement is terrible right now. Regardless of that though, I'd like to think that the way that I've done this, obviously one big sequence break aside, but I'd like to think that the way that I've done this has been pretty, like, reasonable at the moment. It's just very conservative, and I don't think I've gotten as many gains off of that as I would like. The Sword of Zora was really good, but like all the Pyramid, Catfish, that kind of thing didn't yield anything. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't do hammer pegs. Okay. Wait, I didn't, did I? No. Dang it. Alright, yeah, just realizing that. That's gonna make things a little bit more annoying. It's fixable again, but it's another one of those sort of movements that I even spoke about it quite a bit too. Oh, of course, King of Samaria was just here. Why would it not be? After you could use it. Right. Yeah, I even spoke about it too, and just didn't end up doing it. Yeah, that's a mistake that should get fixed before I do much else. So there's still that hub to check. Alright, quick swap ain't gonna save this one. I know you can grab 2 of these out at a time, but it never seems to quite work for me, so I'd rather do that. And yeah, quick swap, because of how many items are in between the hammer and the hook shot. This is a mild form, really. There aren't that many, but there's enough that it just becomes too cumbersome. Yeah, you can do this, though. It just that usually happens, which is why I don't tend to do it. Oh, we also don't have the compass yet. Really? We don't have the compass yet, so that Samaria was the final item in this dungeon. So I don't actually have to worry about going back in. Oh, if I had 10 Master Sword, that would have been a one cycle with the Ice Rod. Would have been really good. Should have just shot the Ice Rod again, to be honest. Yeah, that big key just locks the compass, that's not a problem. Okay, yeah. I think I've got to go and fix the mistake. These time sinks are adding up now, though. I think that's like a minute and a half or something that I've been sinking on these now. And it also kind of disrupts the rest of the route that I was going to do here. Yeah, I just dashed straight past it. I didn't even think about it. I mean, it might not be important, but it could also just be the Fire Rod. Which would deal with the vast majority of my concerns here. Yeah, Fire Rod, Flute, Bow, Sword is the potential go mode here. So a lot more items than I thought, but it's fine. At least having the ice, the Kin Samaria now means I can do. Okay, we're fine. At least having Kin Samaria now means I could do Ice Palace with Icebreaker. I have 3 fairies. Am I really worried about ice? I kind of want to just keep getting crystals, so I think I might just go get that Bomb Burst now. It didn't matter at the time because I didn't have the sword, right? But I think now that I do... Yeah, I just want to keep getting crystals, so I think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the Bomb Burst here and do Ice Palace. Even though it's awkward, I have 3 fairies. Like, I really shouldn't be that worried, right? I like how this kind of devolved into the same sort of thing I'd be saying if I actually had, you know, like live chat and stuff up here as well. Because this is exactly the way that I speak in that aspect too. Which is kind of fun. I don't know. I mean, when you do streaming for as long as we have, I guess it kind of just gets into that mode, you know. Then it gets all meta when you actually think about it. I don't know. It's not exactly a whole lot to say in one of these anymore, is there? I mean, yeah, we're going in here to get the item to do Ice Palace. That's the long and short of it. I hope to find the lamp or something here, but that's very unlikely. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. It's just money. So you do, in addition to the fire source, you do actually need those moves to clear this dungeon. Doesn't really matter that much because we sequence broke them, but if the flute is the way up the mountain, then it kind of indicates things a bit. might even get the second item out of here as well. That would be nice. But yeah, at this point, everything to do Ice Palace is in place. You don't need the boots to do ice, you need bombers. So, like, there's no reason to think... Yeah, there's an item in the land mode, that's fine. There's no reason to think that Ice Palace can have nothing, because it very easily could have the next step here. And I guess Ice Palace, like, after that could be a good excuse to check Hobo, because I'd be in the area, so that could also tie up that loose end. I actually don't know if it's faster to save quit here. I have a feeling it's not, actually, but... Oh well, especially when I'm doing this. I have a feeling it was actually slower to do the save quit. Yeah, so it's weighing up, do I double dip desert in order to get the thing to do ice? It's a tough one to call, but I think this is gonna be right in the long run. I think it's better to go ahead and check this whilst I have the opportunity. I mean, if I find a lamp or a fire rod here, then that's gonna be incredibly good. Not quite game-winning per se, but it is a super strong play. Since I do have hookshot, well, I was going to say no reason to wait on bombos here, but apparently there is, because apparently I just sucked today. It's fine. Alright, so having Canis Mario, we can actually do Icebreaker in here now. Good thing I did Swamp first. So the Icebreaker will let me click through the rail towards the big key chest, and basically tackle this dungeon without having to do a big loop around. It's apparently not quite that easy, okay. Not quite sure why my pause buffer doesn't work sometimes. There. And there. That's all you got to do. So one pit. Ah, that's annoying, man. Ah, powder's the one thing I haven't checked in that area. I mean, it's nice to get, because safety and whatnot, but that's really annoying. Don't need to pull that switch anymore, because you're not going through that door. You just need the switch on the floor. Key. So now we can just drop down this way. And get to the big key chest. Not the big key chest, the iced tea. We already did big key chest, it's at the top. But yeah, you get iced tea room, and then from there you do bomb jump to get back across to the freeze-all room. Drop down, get big chest, and go to the boss from there. It's a much more simplified dungeon now. I would have wanted that hard. Oh well. We'll just get that instead. I'm speaking as if this stuff is like brand new. It's not, it's just I haven't done it for as long as it's been available. Because I kind of resisted it for quite a while. Just because I don't like these techs, I will be honest, like this Herapod Diver Down. I don't like them, really. They just don't feel right. I don't know how to explain it, but you know they are race legal, and we will execute on them. I'm not above that. It's just I will say that I don't like them very much. Alright. So far, it doesn't seem like this is paying off that much, but it's fine. This boss fight is going to be kind of annoying with Fighter Sword. It's not impossible by any means, it's just irritating. So we're going to have to concentrate a little bit on this. With no Fire Rod, I mean. Because, yeah, they do a lot of damage. Alright, that's good. It's a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Does not matter at this point. That was a fantastic cold stare fight there. My goodness. Doesn't yield anything, unfortunately, but that was amazing. It's probably the best I've done on Hammer Cold Stare. So, good stuff. 3 crystals, almost an hour in. Not great progress, to be honest. I was hoping for slightly more than that by now, but it's fine. Track is sometimes a little slow on some of the stuff here. If this is Fire Rod, that could be a bit troubling. Because yeah, this spot was left behind, on purpose mind you, it was left behind. Okay. No more crystals to be had for now. Why am I starting here? I don't have anything. No, I have powder. That's why. Yeah. Because we got powder and ice. Let's go see what that has. It's probably a bit of a waste when I have escape and stuff to do, but... It's like that. Front of Skull Woods, which is a pendant. I hate making that play. It's such a garbage play to do. But... guess it would be worth it in this situation, considering where I am. Tracker still isn't updated that I have ice powers, huh? There it is. Okay. Just have to complain about it and eventually it'll work. Okay, so that obviously didn't work out. Yeah, let's just go do the front of, Swamp. Swamp? How is the front of Skull Woods here? It's a pendant that I don't really want to clear long term. So, yeah, let's just do it. If I get something good out of here... Like, this is probably my least favorite play in the entire randomizer, is doing the front of Skull Woods without having access to the back. It's very slightly better here because it's a pendant, but it still just like sucks balls to have something here. This is usually the one that if there is something here, you are most likely meeting me because I am not normally gonna get it. If the Fire Rod is behind like whatever's here. Okay. Let's see what we got. The reason I hate this place so much is because it very often just doesn't even yield any items. It usually doesn't yield both items in the dungeon. There is very often... these bonks again, annoying. There's usually one at the back of the dungeon regardless, but it often doesn't yield any items. Right? There's only 2 in Skull Woods in the first place, but there's a good likelihood that you get 0 for doing this, and it just is such a time sink for no reason. It's big key. So, that's fine, I guess. There was a small key on this side. I've been locked out of this dungeon a couple of times by there being no small key in this side. They've changed it in, like, non-crossworld seeds to be... there doesn't have to be a small key here anymore, which is really irritating, to be honest. It's probably my my least favorite modern change to the rando. Yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If the big chest doesn't have anything, we get 0 items out of the front of this dungeon, and this is exactly why I hate this play. Okay, well there was an item. It wasn't what I needed, but there was an item at least. So that means then I have to go either Front of Escape, Pyramid, or Sahasrahla Pod Eastern. Those are the only logical choices right now. So we go Dark World for Pyramid, mostly. Although Pod Eastern is a pretty good pull for it as well. It's not actually very good, to be honest. This is not... I mean, the boots at the start were fantastic, and have probably made this scene better than what it looks, what it actually is. But like, realistically, this is not great. But a lot of it is on me. Like, I've made a couple of forgetful mistakes here, but I think more importantly is the just like the backtracking in general has been kind of bad. And it's been my own fault, right? I fully agree, I fully admit that, but then I also could have just done this at the very start of the game. If this is flute, that's incredibly scary. It's lamp. Of course it's lamp, so I could have had that before desert. Yikes. Okay, that sucks, but at the same time, well, there is an item still in desert, there's Tower of Hera to do. There's Spike Cave, potentially. Yeah, that's pretty awful, but at the same time, it's not Fire Rod. So it's not the be-all and end-all solution to the scene, but it does suck. Not a fan. I'm actually kind of wondering if it's worth just checking Sahasrahla here as well. Why did I even dash there? There's not even 4 tiles there. Come on, Cal. You should... Oh, jeez, lag. I need to see if I can change the local recording codec to NVENC as well. I think I can. I've just always... I was very leery about it before I switched to it for streaming, because I thought that using my GPU instead of the CPU for encoding might end up hurting in the long run if I tried to play anything to text. That didn't happen though. Like, the NVENC codec has been nothing but amazing for me streaming at higher quality. So I need to like adjust local recording stuff for that as well. I haven't looked into it again. I know you can. In fact, I'm like 99% sure you can. Let's grab whatever's here. Of course, it's not the item, so I do have to go into the dark here as well. I guess that's not a problem since I'm already here. Yeah, I mean, this is the risk that you take when it comes to lamp and whatnot. When it comes to, like, escape, etc. I figured that going over the mountain would be a lot better. In general, I think it was, but then we're missing the fire source here. I could have had that for desert and just cleared that in one go, which would have been much more efficient. So I definitely... actually, you know what? I am going to go check Sahasrahla whilst I'm here. I don't think I need to stay in Dark World anymore, anymore because I have progression elsewhere that isn't how to done this. But I am gonna go and check. I'm gonna go check Sahashala lost him in the area. Because if that is the flute, puts up a lot of information about the scene if it is the flute that's here. But it doesn't have to be anymore. I think that's on Laser Bridge, to be honest. I'm looking for Fire Rod to get there. So we're safe quitting out of this regardless. Okay, fine. Desert for one item or up the mountain. It's gonna be desert. It is the 5-6. I don't even know why I'm getting those, to be honest. It is the 5-6. So that does give Pyramid Fairy as well, which maybe I should have waited on the other bit here? I don't know. Oops. A lot of unnecessary bonks and stuff here as well. Yeah, the seed is surprisingly slow, although some of it is because of not getting the lap. So, had you done the front of escape first, you would have had that lamp, you probably would have gone Death Mountain with that. And that would have been a really good chain. Because you'd also have Tower Hera done by now as well if you had the lamp first before going up there. So if there's something big in Hera, that's an even bigger problem for me. And if it's not Pod Eastern, it has to be there. So yeah, not too satisfied with this one so far. I mean, my check the Overlord stuff hasn't really yielded quite as much as I want after that first 15 minutes. It's not to say it's been entirely useless, it just hasn't done nearly what I was hoping for. Of course. The worst possible movement pattern that you could have given me there. Oh well. Alright, at least we have Ice Rod to try and do this fight a bit quicker. This fight is miserable with like hammer and whatnot. Or God forbid, doing it vanilla. Ugh. Of course, it's also like a slow projectile, so you do have to keep that in mind too. Okay, there was nothing else here. Overly conservative, but I'm gonna go Pyramid Fairy first in case the Fire Rod is there. Because I really would like to just do Turtle Rock in one shot. I think the flute is on Laser Bridge. If flute is on Laser Bridge, that's probably my biggest way back into this game. Not that I'm entirely out yet, but it's on thin ice right now. Like this is definitely not most convenient methodology here. Man, you know the worst bit is a lot of people actually start with just checking Uncle as well, and that's where the lab was, so a lot of people would have that within the first minute of the game. That's what makes this so difficult, is that most people would have that very, very early in. I'm not gonna try and do anything too fancy here. I can, but it's not necessarily worth it. Not this time. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Alright, so we get the 2 items out of here and then save quick, go up the mountain. I really don't want to chat Pod East in here. The flute, okay. Yeah, that's pretty big. Good job I did desert before doing Death Mountain stuff then. Because that's a big find. So flute will let me check Misery Maya. Hopefully I can get in there. I don't have a bow. Oh my god, that's gonna be so bad though. I don't have a bow and I don't have the... I don't have a good sword. So... yuck. It's not great. I could actually go to Capitalism Ferry and buy some more bombs here. To use bombs on fight, because I think that might actually be what I have to use as the main weapon here. I have 3 fairies. I'm not worried about actually beating Beatrice, it's just, it's gonna take ages. And it isn't an easy fight. But no, I think I'm just gonna go for it. These are pretty much my last couple of checks as well, so outside the Spike Cave. It is Aether for both, so we can get in. Okay. We're doing Misery Maya then. Oh, we're complete the game now. Ho, ho, ho. I'm gonna go check Checkerboard before I actually commit to Maya here. Well, plus side is Fire Rod would allow us to have a full clear of Death Mountain stuff now. Red, you know what? I'm taking that considering Beatrice is coming up without resources. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything here. We have had a race conclusion. One person has either entered the done or the forfeit. It won't mean anything for this race because it won't be for this seed, unless it's a forfeit. But somebody got an extremely good seed if that's a finish. It's not impossible, but like, I think my fastest ever open node was 1 hour and 8, so that would be an incredible, incredible time to be posting. Totally possible, but like, wow. Oh, what? Oh my god, they didn't let me dash. And then I just went straight through. Oh man, this could not have gone worse. Okay, well... never mind, it could apparently go a bit worse. Oof. Usually much better at that room. But my initial dash just didn't work, so... I guess I tried to do it just like, probably like 2 frames before I actually got the hookshot back. Alright, so problems with this one at the moment, apart from a couple of bits of backtracking and just being overly conservative on the overworld without doing the front of escape, probably the biggest issue at the moment is double dipping desert. Yeah, going into Skull Woods as well, a lot of people do that though, so... Yeah, the biggest issue at the moment is the double dipper desert. That could have been avoided if I did front of escape first, and I just wanted to get crystals. I didn't want to do the dungeon, or like escape there. But that was a bad idea because Ice Palace has got fewer items than escape anyway. I was hoping to tie in front of escape with Pyramid Fairy, and that just couldn't happen yet. Oops. There's also a lot of tiny mistakes coming up here as well, but that always happens. I'm not so worried about those. Alright, that's 1. Yeah, I'm gonna just try and skip that just now. probably a bad idea. The other item is probably there, or the big key. One of the two, but we'll find that out as we go. It's not the big key, it's probably the other item. Gotta go. Can't dash anymore because it's too close to me. Oh. I don't know why it's... I don't know why the Sparky sometimes just gets stuck in place. Collision is a bit wonky, I guess. So we're looking for one more item in here, which is not that. It's probably not on Cold Stare, but it could be. I'm gonna go check the big key chest. If this is a bow or a second sword, especially if it's a second sword, then it'll be more than worth it, but yeah, I'm gonna go check it. Hate myself for doing it, but I don't trust that that Vitreous has got the item. It's rude. Go. It's probably a bit. It's probably about the same as the menu there, actually. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, with red mail it doesn't matter as much because you only take 1 heart damage, but that still gets me out of position. Just give me... You know what? Give me the sword. I think that would probably be best here. I'm gonna be really annoyed if Pod Easton have got the stuff that I want here. Oh my god, I'm... Ooh, wow. Okay. So... There needs to be a bow and a sword. This is gonna be such a miserable fight. Yeah, there needs to be a bow and a sword. Up on, in Hera TR GT. I can't do Mimic Clips, so I need a sword. Not a sword, I need a sword anyway. I need the bow because I can't Mimic Clip. Hopefully whoever I'm up against also doesn't or can't Mimic Clip. Because otherwise that is basically done. And as stated, this is going to be a bit of a miserable fight, so... Let's see how badly this goes. Was it? Oh wow, I actually should have paid more attention to that. It doesn't help that I have Mirror Shield too. So that just adds more lag here. Trying to get some KOs off here. Oh, jeez. No, this didn't work. Okay. I mean, using the hammer would probably also be fine here as well. Oh, ouch. That's fine. I have plenty of fairies. Bring him down. Knock him downwards as much as possible. Go. Easy. Okay. I am very glad I went back for that. So now... Yeah, now I just need to go up the mountain again. We will do... I have 3 fairies. We will do Turtle Rock first and then come back Mirror for Tower Hera. What a weird seed this one has been. Honestly, that lamp at Uncle though might just be the losing play overall. Which is kind of sad, but we'll see. I only have the 1 bomb, but that's fine because there are bombs that I can get in Hera and the like. So I'm not really too worried about the bomb count. There's also one at the start of TR. So like that's not a problem. It's not impossible that enemies drop them too. Those bombs are pretty good that Colts did. I think my boss fights overall have been quite good. So like I'm happy with the way that's gone. I was also right about the hunch that the Fire Rod was going to be behind, like, Desert, though. Or more rather Ice Palace. I just didn't have the lamp to truly capitalize on that. Because if I had the lamp the first time we went down to Desert, and I could have just cleared that in 1 shot, Pyramid Fairy would have been the first thing I went to, right? So yeah, I had the right idea. I also didn't get the bomb at the start of this dungeon. Whoops. I had the right idea, I just didn't quite have the immediate, like, item presence. Which is too bad, but it is what it is. I didn't get it. Right, okay. That's what we want, just use the cape. That's why Cane of Burner wasn't even needed for here. Cane Dash is actually quite good in this room, but... There's second sword, we need a bow to clear this out. Okay, there are 4 items left in this dungeon plus Mimic Cave. 4 items plus Mimic Cave, and we have quite a lot in GT as well. That could be it. Oh my god. Stupid Chain Chomp, get out of here. Wow. Unlucky. Whatever. It's fine. Is there a bomb in those pots? I don't think there is, but I might go check. I think there's one up there. I know there's arrows in the middle one of these pots. I think there's a rupee in one of them. I don't remember if the other one is like a green one. It's like a 5. Yeah. Okay, it's just 6 rupees and 5 arrows. I'm just thinking like I need one for the bomb wall, and then I'll need them in GT. So if I don't get any bombs before you full, if I don't get bombs before that, I'm probably gonna just, like, if I don't get bombs anywhere else in here, I'm just gonna re-enter quickly to get the 1 bomb and start. Is that enough though? It should be. I'm starting to see some more conclusions coming now. We're an hour 21 in, it makes sense. Oh yeah, I guess I'll get one in Tower Hera as well. Again, just need the bow. Really hoping that that is not what's in. Really hoping that's not what's in Palacedanus or Eastern. That's gonna be so depressing if it is. Excuse me? Ah, there's one. Okay, that's not too bad. There's 3 more, so we're fine on bombs now. I was never truly worried about it because I knew I could get them, it's just, you like to be a bit safer on it. Could this seed have been beaten in 122? If there's a bow on Laser Bridge, I thought it was going to be the flute there. Shows what I know. If there's a bow on Laser Bridge, then maybe. Third sword. Wow, 2 swords in, Oh, 2 swords in Turtle Rock, huh? Okay. I mean, I'm happy enough with that because it simplifies a lot of combat from here on out, but that is actually kind of funny. Okay, now that I have Tempered Sword, I really don't need to worry about health and stuff. I have Mirror Shield too, so there's just like 0 concern about Laser Bridge here. So, let's just get this done. Well, there's all the rest of the box. Nice lag spike. Game was like, I heard you're worried about bombs, so I'm gonna give you some more. Just to be safe. Alright, there is an item on Trinex, so... Also gotta remember, I do have Tower Hera to actually go beat. Yeah, there's one there too. There was no reason to be concerned about bombs. Alright. I don't know why that was my point of contention here. It's fine. There's a 2 cycle, but we're not too worried about that. Oh no, it's a Ruby song. Hopefully that's good. I don't think they do get copyrighted, but still. I've not had any issues with them before, so hopefully not now. Oh, this is scary. Please just give me a bow. Oh, if I have to go back down the mountain to get a bow out of Palacedanus or Eastern, because those are the only places I haven't been, and Spike Cave, I guess, I'm gonna be so sad. Even Spike Cave would be annoying, but at least it's, like, not that far away. This is the worst kind of situation to find yourself in, though, I think. Especially because there are people who will be able to bypass this. I don't know exactly how many, but... There's Sword 4. I suppose we'll get it. Big key, that's good. I'm not gonna bomb a Herapoding here. I'm not fast enough at it to make it worth it. So this ultimately means that the sword that I picked up from Zora doesn't matter. Sure. I mean, it did help, but ultimately wasn't necessary. I could have gotten that sword the first time I was up on the mountain. Okay, that's 2 items. There's no bow here. Oh no. No. This is frustrating. Wow, it's been a while since I messed that up. Stuff it, I'll just use the cape to get through. It's probably fine there, but I'll just use cape, I don't care. Yep, Spike Cave, House down this Eastern GT. Those are the only locations we have left. It has to be specifically GT Ascent and then one of the dungeons in order to punish this. Explicitly bow in, or you know, one bow in GT Ascent, like up the top of the tower, or both bows in dependent dungeons. I guess there's an item in Skull Woods too. That is fair, but there's only one, so the odds of that being in are pretty slim. See, the seed has not been marking my crystals, so the tracker, sorry, has not been marking my crystals. That was whatever. So this place has 22... no, not quite. This place has probably about 15 available checks. Maybe slightly more than that. There's 23 items down the bottom here. I'm actually just gonna take this. I usually wouldn't, but considering what I'm missing out on here, I'm actually just gonna take it. Is it a good idea? No, but apparently we weren't in the mood for good ideas when starting the series, so... Okay, that's kind of whatever. We'll just use a fire rod on that too, just get it out of the way. Oops. Gone a little bit too ham on this magic here, but that's okay, I guess. Okay, do we get a bow here or the big key? Big key would be... wow, just red rupees everywhere. Big key would have been good too, because getting the big key before getting to the big chest would have been fine. Just in case the bow is in the big chest, I have had stuff like that happen before, so... mostly with swords. So nothing at all on right side. Okay, I clicked that button like 3 times there to try and switch from bomb to hookshot, but whatever. There's the final 300. There's our big key. We need a bow. Oh my god, it was just right there. Okay. How do I feel about this one? Not super great, actually. I don't feel like I've played that bad, but I do feel like I've gotten a little bit unfortunate in 1 or 2 key situations that are gonna mess this up. But we'll see. At least that room went pretty well. Not ice rod, fire rod. Cute. Yeah, let's just see how the rest of this actually things up. Should be about a 137. There aren't that many people that are done yet, but I feel like this seed could have been, like, done about now. Maybe slightly earlier. Missed. Grab that. Not the worst gauntlet, not the best. Respectable enough, though. It's gonna be a 2-cycle because I missed that shot. Could have had that done in 1 if I was a bit more accurate. The thing with quick swap is you've got to make sure that you're not wasting time actually doing it. So you've got to try and use it in the lulls that you have. In like action, like when you're dashing or just walking in straight lines, like this. You gotta try and make sure that you're using it at points where it's not going to interrupt your general play. Same thing as like if you're tracking and stuff, you know. Just one more reason not to manually track as well is because you'll probably want to keep your concentration free for quick swap. See what's in here. Maybe silvers are up here. Yep. Both bows are in GT. Okay. Like I said, the punish was one bow in GT Ascent, which is what we found, and then the other one being in a pendant dungeon. That was the punish. At least I didn't touch Pod needs to know. Like that's another fairly common play that I did get to avoid. So I'm not saying we're winning this, but there is a chance. Because yeah, there's been some inconsistencies that I don't like. A couple of things I just blanked on, and then of course, no, like even once I said too, like that hammer pace thing was pretty unforgivable. But yeah, a couple of things that I had to remove towards. This is kind of an ugly start. Of course, yeah, nothing I can do about that. I only get the 1 off of that too. Garbage. It only counted as 1. Wow, this is really bad. Ugh. Okay. 11 out of 52 people have concluded at the end of this. 12 out of 52. Sorry. We've got about another 70, 80 seconds here. Before we also conclude. So yeah, let's just close it out strong, I suppose. Not the most spinning of final songs playlist, but we'll take it. At least for the main game, I mean. I mean, it's a good one. Restoration version here as well, right? So, restored version. So it's not compressed to fit in an SNES cartridge anymore. Alright, give it to me. Yeah. Okay, we are set to done as well. I'm not that hopeful, but we'll see. I don't see a notification, so did we get it? Gamer Cal is finished and has beaten Eredin with a time of 1:36:55. Okay, victory! And all of that fun stuff, right? Yeah, no, we win. Yeah, you get a post-game summary. It flashes away far too quickly, but unless you put your mouse over it, we get a post-game summary on the tracker here. 158 out of 216. Only 13 bonks? For having boots at like 15 minutes into this seed, that's respectable. I thought I was a bit worse than that. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, the rules do state that we need to wait until we have sassy mouths. We have to show our collection rate at the end of the credits, so we do have to play that through. As we all know by now, BizHawk is incredibly slow when it comes to actually fast forward, you know, functioning through stuff here. So we're just gonna let this play out. It's about 7 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and mute my mic. I say mute the mic because I'll twist my arm up because yeah, I've ended up talking a lot more than I thought here. John Color's night visions. Curse you! So yeah, just before I do that, I guess an overall summary of the seed. Very good quote-unquote sequence break that turned out not to be a sequence break, but looked like a sequence break of the boots exceptionally early into this seed. The hammer on Hylia Island, like blind pulling that was pretty nice as well. I guess that helped quite a lot. Marred a little bit by forgetting to do digging game the first time through, forgetting, despite saying about 3 times, forgetting to do hammer pegs on that trip through. Backtracking a little bit for the shovel was kind of annoying, and going into desert before getting the lamp. Those were the big issues, but then I guess after getting those, like not touching Pendant Eastern and Pendant Pod helped out a ton. Yeah, that's pretty much the summary of the seed right there. My biggest mistakes probably cost me about 3.5 to 4 minutes of rooting. With maybe some more for some of the dungeon stuff there. You had to do Bolus Vitreous, which is not something everyone is that comfortable with. Unless you dipped out of the dungeon, you had to do Fighter Sword Bolus Vitreous. I suppose you could have done it with Master Sword, which would have made it fine if you did Hera. Like if you had that lamp and you just did Hera on your first trip up the mountain. How would you have done that though? You wouldn't have a sword. Oh, there was a sword in Hera, but you'd have had to gamble that. Which I suppose is not that big of a gamble if you've got the lamp. But you'd have had to have taken the risk on that. Which not everyone is going to do. And then, yeah. Other than that, I think pretty much everything went fairly well. Just conservative overworld as I always have. And generally good execution. Like, Blind was bad, but Cold Stare was amazing. Vitreous was pretty good. Trinex was bad, but whatever. Yeah. General execution was good. The rooting was mostly fine with just, as I said, just a couple of blips. And yeah, some of the pickups that I had when I got them were very nice, nicely set. Like, I had that suspicion on Pyramid Fairy, and that turned out totally right. Going back for the Maya big chest before, a big key chest even, before going into Biddy himself was a very good pull. I was actually hoping it was bow, not fire rod, but you know, take what you can get. No, I wasn't though, because I didn't want to go Pod Eastern. But it's fine, whatever. And yeah, overall it's just solid. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy yourselves. I'll let the music play out as we go. I am assuming I will be stitching this together and uploading it. It is currently 5 gig in size, so I will need to stitch this together. There's going to be at least 2 separate local recordings to it, but that's fine. And yeah, I mean, this is what happens because I record at 60 FPS, even though I can't encode it. I can't like render at 60 FPS now, and maybe I could do that in Xpost Recorder. I don't know. Point is, we won. You'll most likely have seen this on YouTube because of the because Twitch was dead at the time of the race being played, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Alright, talk to you guys later on. Okay, as soon as I say that I'm done, our opponent has finished here. 1:43.12, which is... ooh, 6 minutes... what, 6 minutes 17? Yeah, just over 6.25 minutes different. Alright, I guess we'll have a chat here, and yeah, well, I'll be having a chat with him in Discord, and once the collection raid is done, we'll be off.